Beloveds, we are gathering for coffee with Casper. We're waiting to see if we get up here on Facebook. Harry Morgan Moses is live now. We're live on Facebook. All righty. Well, good morning. We're gathering in about 2 minutes. We'll gong ourselves in and spend 20 minutes together, looking to see what's healthy and inspiring and brings forth more life, eh? Good to see you all. Let me know where you are. Good morning from Texas. Good morning from Honolulu. Very bright and early in Honolulu. Gorgeous. Good morning from Boise. All right. Nice to see you guys this morning. Here we go. Still one more minute to go. We'll get the Casper over here to say hi. I'll tell you about my microphone story. Good morning. Good morning from Arizona. All right. Good to see everybody this morning. All right, here's our 829. Casper, come on over and say hi. Casper, come on. Come on up. Come on. Come on up. There. Oh, there you are. Say hi. Say hi. Where are your friends? Where are your friends right there? Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? They are right there. There we go. There's the Casper. I got my coffee, and we're about ready to roll on Coffee with Casper. Testing 1, 2. Oh, there we go. We're working. Good morning from North Carolina. Good to see you this morning. All righty. Good morning. Well, there's the 8:30. Here we go. We're going to gong ourselves. Okay, big boy, you get down. All righty. Hi, everybody. All right, so let's all take a deep breath in together, eh? Here we go. We're going to take a deep breath in. Allow that breath to flow all the way down into the body. And one more time, we're going to let the sound ah. Ah. And now we just become present to this moment now. Here we are, knowing that which we have intended to do, which is to gather to bring forth more awareness into our own mind and heart, and therefore bring more awareness into the world. In us, as us, through us, right? That's how it goes. Well, good morning, everybody. We're glad to see you. So this is where we want to go today. What came to me last evening as I was thinking about us this morning was this idea that we've talked about before, that the intentions that we create within ourselves, and we have these different aspects of mind, right? We have the conscious mind, which holds a small portion of what's in our total awareness, and the subconscious mind, which is the memory and the seat, and it's also the creative factor within us, where the law of the circle, the law of mind, the law of what comes out from me returns to me, that's the circle, right? That's taking place at the level of the subconscious mind. So if we take the two levels of mind, conscious mind, that's the things that you're thinking about right now, and whatever peripheral stuff might be around it, perhaps what your day looks like, where you're going next, that's distracting stuff that's held in our mind because we're really only able to have the one thought at a second. They can be very close together. Sometimes we feel like we're multitasking, but still it's just one thought happening at a time, and then some people are processing thoughts quickly, refiring in their conscious mind. But what's really happening, and where the rubber meets the road, is the sum total of those things, the sum total of my conscious and subconscious mind, and that's therefore what I'm really holding on to as what I believe. We've talked about this many times, and you'll hear many authentic teachers talk about this. It's not what you think you believe, it's what you actually believe. And what you actually believe is what the law of the circle is responding to and is replying to you by means of its language. The universe's language is not English, is not Spanish, is not linear, it's not French, it's not Latin, it's not Arabic. It's the sum total. The language of spirit is the sum total of everything that is animated, which is everything, all around us. So when we are functioning out of our intention, good morning from Hollywood, more from North Carolina. We got coastal North Carolina, and I don't know where the other part of North Carolina is, but we got two nice parts of North Carolina, wonderful students that are with us often. Glad to see you, light workers, empowered people. So it's this sum total of our belief that's where the metal, where it hits where our intentions, what we're thinking about, what we're praying about, reminding you that many people don't pray because they don't realize that their thought is a prayer. I mean, really, what is the difference between a thought and a prayer is only our intention, yes? So the intentions that we are creating through what is the habitual placement of our mind is what's coming back to us. So what we say is fear begets fear, love begets love, hate begets hate begets hate, anger begets anger. Everything has its equivalent, and whatever is coming out from you is returning to you. And that's the law of the circle. And what today is about is remembering that the universe does not respond to the sum total of your prayers. And we could say that the sum total of your prayers is the deepest level of your intentions and the deepest level of your expectations, right? So it's responding to you by corresponding to you, by communicating to you with everything. With everything. These trees behind me are part of the communication of the universe. The breeze, it's a little cool here in Southern California today. The breeze is touching you in ways that are responding to you. The sun is moving. The clouds are affecting. The birds are singing. Hummingbirds are flying around. Dragonflies appear. There are infinite amount of ways that the universe is responding to you by corresponding to you. Now, that doesn't mean that you're consciously paying attention, or you or me or anybody else is consciously paying attention to the way the universe is responding. This is why we need to go past our conscious mind and dwell in the silence, so that we're bringing, as we often talk about, we're bringing the small self and allowing it to be embraced by the larger self, meaning the small self is never going to encompass the larger or even grasp the larger. What it's learning to do is to be with it and to be in sync with it. And this is why the psalmist all those years, thousands of years ago, said, it's a still small voice. And what's happening through the pandemic and what's happening through the global adjustment to the crisis of the pandemic has been this awakening by means of being still for more than a year, or a year and a half for many, and for some, if you were in Australia, for some even longer than that. It's awakened another way of referencing ourselves because we had to withdraw from the world so powerfully. So what has emerged is that still small voice is getting clearer. But again, the still small voice is always there for you because it's not just a voice. It's in the way the universe is speaking to you, which is with and through everything. With and through everything. When all of a sudden somebody in traffic either cuts you off or makes a gesture at you or whatever, we say, well, where did that come from? The answer is that's coming from the tension in the world, and there somewhere within you there was a receptor to that tension, and so it popped back into your experience. And what do we have to do when that happens is adjust. The universe is speaking to us, and it's speaking to us through all of the ways that it speaks, which is through everything, and we need to turn our attention to be more mindful of how the universe is responding to us. And if you're not in a daily practice, and of course this is what we as light workers know is essential, because you have the vibration of the race, which we're part of. That vibration is not illumined. The vibration of the race is clearly not illumined. if we want a higher level of consciousness to enter into our experience as we are part of the race, we need to be focusing upstairs to that place where we're establishing consciously an intention so that we know what we're looking for as the universe is responding to us with and through everything. With and through everything, the universe is responding to you, whether you have asked it to or not. But the opportunity for us is, if we are asking, if we are focusing on our affirmations, if we are looking and opening and claiming good and more good is mine, there's no limit to the good that is mine. Everywhere I go, I see this good, I feel this good. It crowds against me, it flows through me, it multiplies around me. Now, if I'm asking for that good, if I'm prayerful and mindful of that good, if I'm open to that higher level of healing coming from that perfect pattern to enter my body, if I'm asking for it, if I'm seeking it, if I'm paying attention to it, now as the universe is speaking to me in and through and as everything, I am being more mindful about how the universe is responding to my request. And another word for prayer is request, yes? Or intention. The universe is responding to my intention because I've been clear about my intention, and now I am more aware of what I've been asking for, so now I'm paying more attention to how the universe is responding to me. And it always responds to you with a yes. So whatever it is you're asking for, if you're carrying around, and I know we, this group of souls that we consider ourselves bearers of light, people bringing forth their light into the world to bring more light into the world, we do that mindfully and we do that with intention. So hopefully we're not carrying around a constant set of anger. Hopefully we're not constantly drawing forth our fears and doubts. Hopefully we're transposing our fears and doubts into affirmations, into turning around, knowing that there's a solution, knowing that good and more good is mine, knowing that I'm guided, guarded, directed, protected, and led into the paths of perfect right action. And I'm paying attention to what is leading me and to how it is leading me. And this is how, the more in tune and awake we are in responding to the universe that is corresponding, the more rapidly we advance. And the more rapidly the healing, and the healing is the revelation of wholeness. So the more rapid the healing is in any area of our lives, whether it's health, wealth, love, relationship, or fulfillment of our purpose, that wholeness is seeking to reveal itself to us, and it's responding to us by corresponding to us. And so how conscious are we being in that correspondence? Good morning from Palm Desert. Let me know where you are. We're glad you're here. What we know is you're watching Coffee with Casper. We're here most every week for 20 minutes to find some universal ideas that we can use consciously in our life to bring forth more life to ourselves and therefore to everybody who touches the arena of our experience, intending to be a beneficial presence in the world. And that intention can only be done by the very simple formula delivered thousands of years ago universally, which is, this is how you do it. You ask for it, you seek it, you look for it, you pay attention to it, and if you don't get it, you ask again, you knock again until it is revealed. Everything that we seek to co-create in the universe that brings forth more life can happen to us, in us, as us, and through us. But it requires our conscious intention to work with divine flow, to bring more of that divine flow into our lives. And that is how we will continue to grow more rapidly. And when we grow more rapidly, our awareness rises up. And the more our awareness rises up, the more we can see from the higher vista. Yes? This is the simple thing. If you're climbing a mountain and you didn't see what was past that mountain, you get to a certain point, and then you can see over the mountain, and you can see an entirely different vista than you could see while you were climbing the mountain. Yes? So the more we work on advancing our awareness, the more it looks like power, it looks like influence, but it's really the more co-creativity and the activity of love moves through us, and therefore the more beneficial our presence become, and the more good starts multiplying in our lives, no matter where we are. And this is the function of an awareness that will eventually be carrying itself to rise, to help raise up the race, and not simply be part of it. One of the things I wrote down not too long ago, as reading the newspapers and listening to the news, was I do not choose to be a place of upsetness in the world. I do not choose to be a place of upsetness in the world. So I'm not out there looking to poke everybody's fears and doubts and everybody's anxieties, which will bring up anger, right? I am trying to be a place where we can soothe out, we can assuage, we can massage, we can help even people with very different points of view than our own. We can help them to get out of those emotions of anger and fear and resentment and the need to move into any kind of physical violence of any kind. So we become peace workers by being a place of peace, right? We become light workers by being a place of light. And so it's a very clear choice that we make not to be a place of upsetness. And as we say, is don't tease the porcupine because it will poke you, right? So we don't tease belief systems that we believe are not vibrating as high as our own, nor do we try to convert people. We simply try to be a place of presence where their high self is empowered by our love, and the high self will guide them into new choices. I don't need to create all of that myself. Good morning from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Good morning from Eugene, Oregon. There we go. Nice to see you all this morning. So we're all watching Coffee with Casper. What we'd like you to do, if you're able, is share this video anywhere electronically, digitally you can. If you're on LinkedIn, put it on LinkedIn. If you're on Facebook, put it on Facebook. If you got a YouTube channel, link it to the YouTube channel. Connect people in any way you can to these now 60, 70 episodes of Coffee with Casper, each one talking about facets of simple, universal spirituality that belongs to all people from every nation, every race, every color, every creed, every way of being. These universal laws are given equally and freely to each and to all. And how effectively we are able to use them depends on how much we are using them, and depends on how consciously we are using them. This is why we simply say, daily I meditate, and daily I practice an affirmative prayer for any area of my life that I have concern about, and therefore a gratitude prayer for any area of my life that is doing well. Yes, I'm grateful for the abundant blessings that are mine, and I notice them, and I share my gratitude not only with the divine, but with those around me, right? I am grateful for the abundance that surrounds me. I am grateful for the breeze that touches my face. I am grateful that we all have the capacity to use universal laws to rise above the confusion of the world and to be a place that is bringing forth more peace and more love and more wisdom and therefore more harmony into a world that can work for all. But we will have to, as the philosopher Ernest Holmes said, see through the mist and practice in the eternal and changeless reality. The eternal and changeless reality says that I am the beloved of the Most High. Each one of us can feel our heart center and claim into our heart center, I am the beloved of the Most High, right? And simply because you are that, to be a place where you choose through your daily practice to be a beneficial presence in the world. As each one of us brings our light to the potential of human well-being, we are making a big difference in our planet and in the race. And this is ours to do. And it's certainly a facet of what we came here to do. If our awareness is already vibrating at this level, that you're paying attention to this kind of material that has many outlets, many thousands and thousands of more authentic outlets by people who are practiced and through their practice are penetrating through the mist and seeing these principles, and you are one of these people, and I am one of these people, and collectively we are these people, and collectively we are bringing more and more light into the world, each on our own and together. And this is what this show is all about, is letting us come together, seeing that we can simply use simple principles to give ourselves peace and to guide us forward into greater and more profound levels of actual living. As St. Ignatius said, the glory of God is a human being fully alive. You are one of those people. I celebrate you for bringing the light. My wife and I are going traveling to Europe for the next 2 weeks. We will not be live for the next 2 weeks. We'll be back in the 1st of November. And meanwhile, encourage everyone you know. There are 70 or more episodes of Coffee with Casper, 20-minute bites to inspire, to heal, uplift. Tell people about it. Connect them to it. Go back and watch an episode that might touch you in a way that you might remember that you were there, or you might have missed one. So enjoy all that we have. We'll be back in a couple of weeks. And until we meet again, we invite you to go in the light, as the light, and with the light. May the long-time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide you on your way. And you could send me and my family a little wish that we clearly and easily and gracefully get out of town and travel throughout 4 or 5 countries of the world to share light, to share love, and be part of an awakening humanity. We look forward to seeing you on next time on Coffee with Casper. Bye for now. Casper, come on up. Say goodbye. Come on. Come on up. Come on. Come on. So, come on up. That boy. Say goodbye to everybody. Say bye. See you in a couple of weeks. Yeah, Casper has a dog sitter and he'll be walked. We'll see you all later. Bye for